I've been, it has been a very sleepy weekend. My allergies have been awful the last couple of days. So I've been really out of it. Oh, I've been taking a lot of naps and taking my eye drops, my allergy medication. We really need rain here. They keep saying it's going to rain, and it keeps not raining. And raining would be great right now because it would really clear the air out of a lot of the allergens. So I just wanted to jump on here, guys, and see how you are doing. We're going to go over the astrology of this week ahead coming up, starting today. Today is May 22nd, so we're going to take a peek. Also, we are dealing with a very super sleepy Pisces moon tonight. And, so that definitely changes the energy. It definitely makes it a little dreamy, a little cloudy, but also kind of, a very nice spiritual vibe. So it's a good time to come in and read tarot or think about spiritual subjects. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Let's see. So Sunday, the 22nd, May 2022, the moon entered Pisces yesterday. And in just about 30 minutes or so, hey Krista, good to see you, babe. Just in about 30 minutes, Mercury, our planet of communication and thought, will enter steady, practical, and very earthy Taurus. So I would say as Mercury shifts over into Taurus, people are going to be a lot less impatient, impulsive, spontaneous because it's going to be leaving that sign of Aries. So it's definitely less active, a little less stressful, a little less, it just, Aries can be tough, especially in that sign, Mercury in Aries, because it can really lead to arguments. It can lead to speaking before you think, that kind of thing. And so with Mercury and Taurus, it'll definitely be more grounded, more stable, more earthy, but it also will make people more stubborn. There's always pros and cons to everything, right? It's going backward, right? So oh, sorry, we're in a retrograde. That's another reason I'm really out of it. It wasn't in Aries. It was in it was in Gemini. Retrograding back into Taurus tonight. Okay, that makes more sense. But we do still have quite a lot of Aries energy in the air. So yeah, I mean that's a similar thing because Gemini and Aries are in a sextile connection. So yeah, I would say certainly, people won't be quite as talkative. They'll be more focused on the practical matters. And because it will be in retrograde, people will be rethinking finances, resources, plans for the future. And yes, they will be more stubborn. They will be a lot more stubborn. Heading into Monday, the 23rd, we still do have our Pisces moon. No other nasty little aspects in there in the aspectarian, but I think that anytime the moon is in Pisces, we're always going to feel a little bit more sleepy, a little bit more out of it. We are also dealing with a waning moon sign. And when the moon is waning, the energy just isn't as strong, versus waxing. When it's waxing, things are building, things are growing. But when they're waning, like they are now, we're letting go of things, we're relaxed. It's more about release than getting ahead. So that's a really tough energy sometimes to be in. So, even though Monday is our, for a lot of people getting back to work day, it's not going to be a super energized day. It's going to be like, take it easy if you can. Don't push the river. Take it steady as she goes because, that Pisces moon, and it's a waning moon, and we're in a retrograde, and Mercury, it's sleepy. It's a sleepy energy. Tuesday the 24th this week, the moon will enter Aries in the evening, okay? So I would say that, the sleepiness that we experienced today, Monday, and most of Tuesday will certainly change up on Tuesday the 24th as the moon goes into Aries. We also have Mars going into the sign of Aries on that Tuesday evening, the 24th. That's going to change things up quite a bit. It's going to take a lot of our sleepy Pisces energy into that more active, impulsive place. It can be more argumentative because this is a Mars-ruled sign, but I also say that, of course, Mars in Aries is in its dignity, right? So this is a place that it's good, It's good for it to be there because Mars is going to act more dynamically and more productively in its own sign. When Mars is in Pisces, things tend to be dreamy, a little sleepy. Um, Action happens very indirectly. It's it's Pisces. It's spiritual. It's thoughtful. It's emotional. People may take action out of those places, not so much out of anywhere else. And so sometimes it feels like you can't really get ahead too much because putting the fire of Mars into a watery sign of Pisces is like sticking a candle underwater and expecting it to stay lit. It's a little challenging. It's hard to keep that fire lit while it's in that water. So Tuesday evening will be definitely a big change up to our energy. Wednesday continues with the moon in Aries. Thursday, the 26th, the moon is in Aries, but does go void, of course, for just a little while till it goes into the sign of Taurus. So we will be dealing with, on Thursday, a Taurus moon, Mercury retrograde back into Taurus. People will be very focused on money, resources, and very hard to change their minds. So just be aware of that, anytime we have that. Trying to think the other things that I would say is that Tuesday the 24th, and I would also say the 25th, and most of the 26th, the middle of the week. Be very aware of people's mood swings because the moon conjunct Mars in the sign of Aries can be rapid, massive mood swings. It can be a little bit freaky. It's a little bit of emotional whiplash to see how quickly people's moods will swing when the moon and Mars are together. And it can sometimes be almost violent, very aggressive energy, because Aries Mars energy can be. And the moon is very moody. So just watch, your mood swings, watch the swings of others. Just kind of ride it out, don't engage in big arguments if you can help it. This Friday, the 27th, moon in Taurus still, so it's a steady kind of energy for the weekend. And also we have Venus moving into the sign of Taurus on Saturday the 28th. That's a very nice placement for Venus. That's one of its natural places to be. Taurus and Libra are its natural signs to function from. And so I do like this. By the end of next week, we have Mars in one of its dignified signs, and we have Venus in one of its dignified signs. So it's very nice energy. To me, that really returns it to where it should be. Venus in Taurus is kind of beautiful. It's very sensual. It's indulgent. It has the potential to be quite hedonistic, so just keep that in mind. Venus lasts about 3 weeks to 3.5 weeks in a sign, so we have a little time to enjoy Venus in Taurus, but you may definitely find yourself indulging a bit more. Even though Taurus energy likes to save money, Venus in Taurus doesn't mind spending it if it's for pure enjoyment and pleasure. So we have a nice week. It's definitely a bit of an emotional week. There are definitely some mood swings possible. We're coming out of a bit of a hibernative energy as we go from, that Pisces Mars into a Aries Mars, joined up with that moon in Aries as well. So it's definitely an interesting week ahead astrologically. I'm going to go ahead and get into some cards for the week to see what our collective energies are. And I am going to be open for personal readings after this. For anybody who is interested, they are a $15 minimum donation. And I will do a full spread for you if you are interested in that for the week ahead or at whatever timeline that you prefer, whatever question that you prefer. So, oh, hey there, Raven. Good to see you guys. There's a lot of folks in the chat tonight. Hey, Krista, Priscilla, Brenda, good to see you. Hey, Anna. Aw, hey Gwen, good to see you, babe. Oh, yeah, sleepy weekend. I've had allergies hitting me hard, Pisces moon hitting me hard, so, and, oh yeah, it's, in the Mercury retrograde, I was just feeling like, oh. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna hit these tuning forks for you guys. And we're just gonna take a couple deep breaths, clear the space. Um, let's get some of this on here. Oh, thank you, Gwen. Thank you so much. I'll put you first on the list as soon as I finish this. I like to lean in and hear them. That's so good. Oh. In case anyone's interested, this is the sun. This one right here, this really big one. That's the vibration of the sun. And this is the earth. Those are two of my favorites to use. I use them a lot because to me it's so grounding and clearing from the solar energy and the earth energy. And then this little guy is the 528 hertz, which is an incredibly helpful vibration. You can go on YouTube and search 528 hertz. There's plenty of sound files. You can listen to that and just have it in your house or while you sleep, while you meditate. It's excellent. Yeah. Oh, others hurt your ears. Yeah, sometimes you have to search a little bit to find one that's good. Because sometimes I know what you mean, Raven. Some of the video files I find I don't like. They're not quite as soothing. I tend to like the ones that have more just the pure tone like this instead of adding a bunch of music or things over top of it. All right. Whew. Yeah, it's been a sleepy allergy weekend for me. My eyes have been driving me crazy, just very watery, itchy. It's been rough, y'all. It's been a bit rough. And it's also getting, it's been getting warmer here, so the air has been on, and that dries your eyes out too, you know? So let's just do, I'm going to do a quick collective reading for the week's energies for everyone, and then we're going to do personal reads. Gwen is on my list first. Let me grab a piece of paper to write folks' names down on. There we go. Yeah, that Scorpio full moon was a kick. It really was. I'm still like feeling that one. Okay, so 522 22, and we've got Gwen up first. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see what we got. Dear guardians, guides, angels, ancestors. Let's see what we have for this week for the collective, what kind of energies we're looking at, how best to navigate this week ahead. And we're going to start out with a couple of oracle cards to give us some focus. So let's get one keyword, please, for the focus of the week. Purity, what a surprise. And on the bottom of that deck, we have flexibility. I love it. Love my little tiger there and that beautiful clearing. So I would say, yes, this is a week of purification, keeping the mind and the body clean and clear. With this card, I would recommend eating well, drinking plenty of water, making sure that you're taking good care of yourself inside and out. And the flexibility is so important, especially as our Mercury retrograde goes back into Taurus. That Taurian energy definitely is stubborn, so it's important to maintain flexibility. I always truly believe in that, you know, feeling of if you are able to be flexible, if you can bend, you won't break, right? Try to stay flexible in your mindset, in the way that you think about things, in the way that the flow of life unfolds. I know that can be easier said than done, but that's a big part of that. Let's get into a number of the week in our numerology. Teaching and learning. Yeah, and look at what's on the bottom is health. Wow. Number 57. 5 and 7s. 5 is that Hierophant. It's the Taurus energy. It's also about changes. It can be tussles, struggles, challenging energies. But 7 is a number of personal development and growth. So coming together, you're really learning as a result of difficult times. Whatever challenges, whatever little skirmishes, arguments, conflicts you may have, they're going to teach you a lot about yourself and about life. On the bottom, we have health, 71. Again, 7, number of personal development and growth. Number 1, number of the self, number of, growing yourself. So this is definitely a week ahead of personal development, and also paying attention to your personal health, taking good care of yourself. Also interesting, the 5 and the 7, they add up to a 12. The 12 adds up to a 3. 3 is a very creative number, a very beautiful number of manifestation. It's the Empress, right? The health energy, 7 plus 1 adds up to an 8. Big number of manifestation. Very nice. All right, let's get a crystal. Let's get a couple of crystals and gemstones for the week. Let's see what's good for us to work with. Thank you so much for the for that donation, Silver Star. Good to see you. It was good to see you last night too on Strawberry Rhubarb. I was a guest on the Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot last night, and we had a good time. All right, so let's get a couple crystals, please. Whatever the collective, what should we work with this week ahead? That would be awesome to see. Ooh, I don't have any kunzite. I need to get some of this. I love this crystal, love this stone. It's such a beautiful vibe. It's a little similar to a rose quartz. You could also use that if you have rose quartz. It is about healing the inner child. It is about the third eye and the heart chakra. So it's really about clearing both the mind and the heart. Kunzite is coming up. And on the bottom, one of my personal faves that I actually am already wearing is the black obsidian. I keep that one around quite frequently for protection, and your root chakra keeps you grounded, keeps you steady and stable. So I would say, yeah, root, third eye, and heart chakra are being focused on this week. And it's really about protecting your inner child, healing your inner child, grounding, getting stable, understanding your emotional, deeper needs this week, y'all. And let's get into a spiritual guide, guardian of the week. Let's see who's coming up to help us out, who we can call on a little bit more this week for the collective, please. Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. And on the bottom, we've got Mother Mary, Love and Peace. Wow. So, this is really keeping with that theme of healing the heart, healing the inner child. There's mother healing, definitely around Mother Mary, like healing the feminine dynamic, healing our relationship to whatever our mother figure is in our life, healing ourselves as mothering energies, right? So, Lady Nada, awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. Nice reciprocal energy there. And here we go. Mother Mary's message is let go of the need to be right, choose peace, and mother healing is possible at this time. Yeah, I feel that because we've got that Mars moon in Aries this week, especially in the middle of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tensions could be high. Moody, aggressive energies could be high. People kind of lashing out or getting upset because they feel like their feelings aren't being heard, or they're not getting seen, or they're just plain fussy and they want something that they're not getting as quickly as they want. Just be aware of that, y'all, because that's the kind of stuff that could be coming through with that Mars moon conjunction. Let's get into some tarot for the collective, please, Spirit. I'm here praying for rain. We need some rain to clear out these allergens in the air. They keep promising that there's going to be rain, but it keeps not happening. So I'm like, come on, y'all. Let's get some rain going on. It's definitely restive. And like I said, this is a week ahead of a lot of rest, relaxation, go with the flow. Do not push the river because the energy could be kind of moody and aggressive. Right in the center, we do have that Four of Swords, y'all. There you go. Take care, Silver. Have a great night. So yeah, this is taking a rest from the battle. If this past week or past month has been, kind of fast and furious, people been kind of difficult. I know I've experienced a little of that. Wow. This is definitely take a break from the battle. Take a break from any kind of difficulty, struggle. This is time for meditation, reflection, getting clear within yourself. If you need to kind of, retreat, that's fine. To me, this is like a card where you're finding sanctuary. It really is. It's kind of like the battle might be going on outside that sanctuary, but that's just fine. You can close the door and let it be out there. Clarified by the Ace of Wands. So to me it is, there'll be action very soon because Mars is going into Aries this week, guys. So, the action is definitely available. It's possible. It's spirit-led. And so, but this is maybe not quite the time to act just yet, but you are contemplating what your next steps will be. And they will be very positive, but I think you're going to come out even better if you just give yourself a little time to reflect and relax first. Coming from the Knight of Wands, not a surprise. This is Sagittarius energy. It's kind of rough. This is the I think that we're coming from a place where maybe we've seen some truth about certain people or individuals. Maybe we have felt kind of pushed, harassed, run over a little too quickly by some folks this past week or so. With that, it's a restless energy. There's been a restlessness in the air. But look at that Four of Swords. This is interesting because it's, the clarifier from where we're coming from is also the Four of Swords. It's like it's really time to calm it down. Whether we're feeling the restlessness within ourselves, whether we're having that pushiness come from somebody else, wherever that's been, it's really time to ground, center, collect, reflect. It's letting go of stress, letting go of anxieties about what the next steps are, because, right now it's time to get clear. It's time to take good care of yourself. Going into the future as this week unfolds is the Queen of Cups. So honor those emotional boundaries, folks, especially for all my empaths and spiritual folks out there. You got to listen to your intuition. Absolutely. She is our one of our people at the cup suit, the only one that keeps the lid on that cup. She is my Scorpio queen. I always say she's Scorpio energy because she is very, deep. She's emotional, nurturing, all those good things. And this mother energy is coming up big this week. But it is really about making sure you let the right people in. Be very discerning. You don't have to let everybody in, guys, just because you're a caring person. Honor those boundaries. You'll be glad you did. You'll be really glad you did. Let's get a clarifier, please, on Queen of Cups. Wow, Ace of Swords. I do feel that when you do this for yourself, you will have clarity. You will know who you can trust and who you shouldn't, who you can let in and who you should keep that door closed. Because Ace of Swords is victory. We also have this in the subconscious position. So Ace of Swords is coming up twice. Four of Swords is coming up twice. You're seeing a pattern emerging for this weekend. It's very strong. So I really do feel, this is a week of a lot of clarity, but it comes from us being calm, reflective, meditative, not coming from a place of stress, and also honoring our emotional needs, our boundaries. Certain people just don't get to come into that. On the top, crowning the spread, Virgo energy with the Hermit coming out. So Spirit's really saying, yeah, this is a week of healing yourself, going on that retreat, turning the phone off. Don't work yourself too hard. You know, that first key card was purity. The Hermit is about purity, detox, right? Cleansing, inside and out. Don't feel bad about taking time to yourself this week. Absolutely do not. And don't stress. As much as possible, you know, choose to redirect your energy if you feel that coming up. And this is kind of like being very adamant, being very aggressive a little bit about, you know, protecting that space. Look at that Seven of Wands. Like, I feel like a lot of y'all will be pretty feisty. If anybody tries to heckle you or give you a hard time about, you know, taking your time for yourself this week, you're going to be like, no, let me be. I need my time. And, you know, if you've been sick or if you've, you know, just been feeling kind of run down, this is a week where you really need your rest. You really need to recuperate and recover. And you're not going to let anybody tell you that that's not okay. Wow. Let's get a little bit of advice on this, just a suggested approach and potential outcome for this week ahead. Yeah, it's it's interesting because at the same time, you know, you're coming out of a procrastinating energy or a sense of putting up with anything. That's a suggested approach with that Four of Cups, is to not keep putting any of your energy on hold for someone or something that just isn't coming through for you or has no plans of coming through for you. It's like it's time to reflect and focus on the blessings that Spirit may be trying to offer you instead of things that just aren't going anywhere. Yeah, look at the new doors that are going to be opening. This is a nice week of preparation. It feels like, especially during the middle of the week, would be really kind of relaxing, getting prepared for the new things that are coming our way. We're very focused on gaining clarity and having a good sense of where we're going. Taurus energy coming out for the outcome for the week for everyone. Hierophant card. Not a surprise because we're shifting into some strong Taurus vibrations through this week as we go through it. Mercury is retrograding back into Taurus. Venus will be moving into Taurus. And so again, you know, this is that very stabilizing, grounding energy. It is the keys to the kingdom. It is understanding those spiritual mysteries and the depth of yourself. Many times it is pursuing a deeper or more meaningful spiritual life. The Hierophant can also focus on marriages and any commitments, you know, that devotion, that kind of energy. And clarified by the Nine of Swords. So I do feel like, you know, there is a little bit of the stress, and that's why, you know, that Four of Swords is coming up twice, guys. You know, I feel like it's really time to get grounded and stable so that these thoughts, these worries, that kind of useless energy of anxiety or stress can really be dealt with, you know. Because I think there's just a lot of overthinking going on. You know, that to me, you know, when I see the Four of Swords, swords are our air energy. They're the mental energy. And the Four of Swords really says it's time to take a break from overthinking. Right? You know, because we got the King of Swords here. We got the Six of Pentacles. To me, this is really about balancing the mental energy here. Because this is our Aquarius King. He overthinks. He does. He can often think too much. And we had this, you know, the Ace of Swords coming out in this reading twice. The Four of Swords coming out in this reading twice. I think ultimately what people really are desiring here is crystal clear understanding, but you're not going to get it through stressing yourself or other people out. It's not going to happen that way. It comes from actually releasing overthinking, stepping away from, you know, excessive anxiety, fear, worry, doubt, stabilizing and grounding yourself and getting in touch with your intuition. When you're deeply in touch with your intuitive side, you'll make the right decisions because you'll make them right in the moment. You'll be very proud of yourself. You will be. Let's get a little message on this little affirmation from the Wisdom of the Tao. Truth. What a surprise. Truth will set you free. That's what this week is about ultimately, is I feel like people are really trying to get to the heart of the matter and see clearly so that they know where to go, what to do next. This is one of the Chinese zodiac animals out of this deck. We got the rabbit. Rabbit is Pisces energy, so I like that. You know, it's like seeing the truth in the middle of times that can be a little bit emotionally cloudy or confusing. But you already know the truth. The root cause of these obstacles has finally crystallized in your mind. Be inspired about this new outlook in life. You have everything you need to succeed. Action and discipline are required. Stop procrastinating, right? This is like, you know, take action towards what you can do something about and don't worry about the things that you can't, right? Be in balance between action and relaxation this week. Very nice read. Really good stuff. All right, y'all. I keep listening, hoping I'm going to be hearing rain, but I'm not hearing it. That's what I'm stressed about right now, is we're getting some rain going on. All right. Okay, Miss Gwen, you are the first on the list. And let me know if there's anything that you would specifically like me to look at, or if you would like a general read. And I think I'm going to go grab a glass of water too, because I forgot to bring one in here for myself. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, we are good. Let me just check, y'all. Aw, very nice. Oh, you need rain up there in Oregon too. Yeah, this is the time of year in the Northwest when it starts to get drier, actually. So yeah, I know Gwen likes to do the Jeopardy music when I take a break. My mom's crazy about Jeopardy. She absolutely loves it. And it was so funny because for the last like couple weeks, I think there was a lady on there, and a young gal from Canada. And she, when I saw her, I was like, oh, she's a Scorpio, because she had these earrings with the Scorpio, little Scorpio symbol on them, and she had a tattoo of a scorpion on her arm. I'm like, that is so funny. And I was just joking about it, and I said, you know, for whatever reason, I said, even though Scorpio is one of the most secretive signs, I've never known a sign to be more proud of like wearing their symbol, because I've known so many Scorpios that either have a Scorpio tattoo, jewelry, something, and it's like they're very proud of their sign, which is funny because they're so kind of mysterious and enigmatic, but yet they're so proud of their sign, like a Leo would be. Leos, you don't know, like they don't wear their sign like that. But Scorpios do. I've always found that to be very interesting. But yeah, there was a Jeopardy contestant for the last couple weeks at least, who was this young gal who had the Scorpio symbol. I was like, yeah, she's Scorpio. Because you could see it. I mean, she was right on there. All right, Gwen, let's go ahead and do your read. I'm excited to see what comes out for you. Dear Spirit, dear angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, let's see what we have for Gwen for this week ahead, or whatever you want to show her. We're going to be looking at that. Let's get a little bit of oracle first to give her a focus and theme for the week. Wow. Okay. You know, the collective had this card come up first. Purity energy. And on the bottom was new beginnings. So you're definitely tapping into the collective universal here, Gwen. There is an energy of purity and, you know, clearing the mind, clearing the thoughts, you know, getting refreshed, seeing both sides of situations, all of that. And, you know, to me, of course, anything to do with purity, purification, cleansing, detox, anything like that is so Virgo. It's so Virgo because that's just that's your power. And to me, the new beginnings comes in as like, you know, you're getting ready to clear the decks for something fresh, right? This is like, you know, time to clear out the old closets, let go of the old worries, doubts, anything that's been keeping you tied down or tied back. And there it is. Yeah. Nice vibration, you know, and you're going to get a lot of good stuff coming through from the Taurus energy, right? Because Mars going in to Aries, Venus going into Taurus, Mercury retrograding back to Taurus. That stuff is actually good for us earth signs. Anytime we have Taurus energy. I'm glad that even though the sun is now in Gemini, we're still getting some good Taurus vibes because, woohoo, it gives you those really powerful trines that help to, you know, support you. So let's get some tarot. Let's do a full Celtic cross and see what comes out. Yeah, well, this is fresh, new beginnings, that's for sure. Gonna be some decisions this week. So we're right in the center is the Fool card. The Fool card to me is all about having that innocent mind, beginner's mind, right? Which is, there it is, the new beginnings. It's really not worrying about what's coming next. This is trusting in the divine, taking the leap of faith, not holding on to doubt, fear, worries, anxiety, stress. It's very childlike mind, you know. What the world calls foolishness, Spirit calls wisdom, right? That's really true. So the Page of Pentacles is on top of that too. And there's more new beginnings. That's new beginnings in business, finance, a new journey, a new career, a new, you know, course of study, a new place you might be moving or thinking about moving. So that's definitely fresh new energy as well. But it's also reminding you not to stress out about those things, right? You know, not to stress out about them. Just really take them as they come. Coming from a place of strength, though, I do feel like you are getting stronger. You've been doing a lot of work to balance both the spiritual and physical side of yourself. You know, and to me, this is always, we talk about how this is really our spiritual side. The woman is our symbol of divinity, right? Our spiritual interior. And she's calming that roaring lion that we all can be. You know, that's the balance that we work to have within ourselves. Yeah, you've been doing a lot of interior work with the High Priestess. You've really been working to let your spirit, to let your divinity balance and soothe and calm your worried mind, your emotional side, you know, the storm, the stress that we can all embody. You are going to be making some decisions, I feel, either this week or next, you know, depending on how you take this, what timeline you want to use for this. But the immediate future is the Two of Swords, Libra energy. So it is about making some choices. I think you're going to come out of procrastination. And part of that is just simply saying, you know what? Take the leap of faith, make the decision, see where it goes, see where it leads. But if you've been avoiding making any kind of choices, it's going to be time to do it. Yeah, part of this is like, it's really making the choice to let the past be the past with this Five of Cups. Any disappointments, disillusions, things that have been painful, things that have not turned out the way you wanted them to, I think it's really it. It's like making the choice to let the old stuff be gone so that you can move into the new. On the top, crowning the spread, is the Three of Swords. So, you know, Spirit is also saying, you know, you're in that recovery mode. You're pulling those swords out. You know, you're learning to heal your heart. And your heart is being healed. You know, this is being worked on. So trust in that, you know, trust in your guides, trust in your spiritual allies, because this is a time where your heart is being healed. The Three of Swords is definitely, to me, a card of recovery, right? And with this Knight of Cups on top of it, I feel like there's emotional moving forward, which is really nice. Knight of Cups can often be, you know, called love offers coming in, or, you know, love offers being made kind of thing. And that could be part of it, but what I get, because this is in that higher mind position, I almost feel like this is saying, you know, these struggles, this recovery that your heart's been going through, it's like things are finally moving forward. Because it's like you're getting on that horse. This is the emotional night. It's the Pisces night, right? And it's like we're moving forward with healing this heart. You know, your recovery is speeding up. That's how that feels to me personally. So let's get some advice. Yeah, you've been going through it. Big transformations. Big transformations. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Suggested approach is the Nine of Wands. You have a lot of courage on your side. Definitely. I mean, you are a fighter. You fight for what you believe in. You stand up for what you've created. But this is also, to me, a card where you need some rest, because this is like somebody that's really been at it. And the 9 is right before that 10 of Wands, which is finally putting down the burdensome cycle, the thing that you've been really fighting for, working hard on. Five of Swords, yeah, and I do feel like a lot of your energy goes into guarding yourself against shady, shifty people, people that don't have your best interest at heart with that Five of Swords. That's a big part of where your energy's been at. And it's not that it's wrong. This is the suggested approach. So it's not wrong for you to be, you know, strong, to stand strong and courageous against people that would, you know, either harm you or others, right? What you need to know is the Three of Pentacles is on your side. So I do feel there are better people around you or coming in, because this is that good collaborative effort. This is that teamwork card, where you have people that you know, share common interests, common goals with, and can work towards a higher outcome. Wow, and it's beautiful. Like, look at that. I feel like there's some completion of a cycle here. Look at that World card, and that's Saturn energy. So it feels like one door closing, another door opening. You could be getting ready to step into like a great new team, or something that you've been working on with a group for a while is coming full circle. It's like you're seeing the completion of that building or that project. Hopes and fears. Hey there, David. It's a Knight of Swords. So, to me, this is the active mind, Gwen. And we know when you're a Mercury child, when you're a Gemini or a Virgo, you got the mind going. It's really hard for it not to. And so I think that the hopes and fears position is really showing you that many times it's like it's the mind makes it worse, right? It's like you might have something you're going, oh, I hope that's not a big deal. But then it's like if your mind goes wild and it just starts thinking and thinking and thinking, it can build it up into something that makes you feel very nervous, very shaky, very anxious, right? And you do have a lot on your mind. It's really important for you to get things off of your mind as much as possible, but in a positive way, right? It's important for you to express what's on your mind, but it's important that you know that it's like that's a thing. That's a thing that you got to work with. That's why I say Geminis and Virgos, they're signs that, need meditation. They need those times of peaceful reflection to be able to really unwind and decompress. It's very, very important for their mental health, their overall well-being, because Geminis and Virgos are so tied into, it's like the health of their mind is tied into the health of their whole body, right? Yeah. No, I think it's like you really want to have these good outcomes. Like you're very, there's a nervousness about getting to the good stuff. That's what I really feel. It's like, oh yeah, I want to get there, I want to get there, and it's like don't over worry about the getting there. Pay attention to the step that you're on, not the 10 steps, 20 steps ahead that are coming further down the road. Um, Outcome card, death card, Scorpio energy. That's amazing to me. Like I said, there's some big transformations coming up in here, Gwen. This is a lot. This is a lot going on. Big feeling of completions of cycles. But I feel like you're really ready for it. Like, look at that. We've got the King of Wands. So to me, the strong Aries energy, leadership, emperor kind of energy where you're really, taking control of your life. And that may be what's really transforming. You may be really saying, it's time for me to step up into this leadership role and really be strong for myself and others. You've definitely got that on your side. You've been working at being this, stronger, more fiery leadership kind of persona and energy for a while. And I feel like, that's the thing that's really transforming here. And on the bottom, look at what we've got. So we have the death card and the outcome. The undercurrent running through this is judgment. So I feel like not only are you getting that transformative death, but you're also getting the phoenix from the ashes in the same reading, because this to me is the rebirth, right? The rising above, the second chance that you've wanted. And the Ace of Swords, of course, is that mental clarity, seeing very clearly where you're going and what you want to do. It's a powerful reading. Anytime you bring through those Scorpio major arcanas, it's a lot of power, a lot of transformative energy, psychological healing and understanding. But the key is really just taking it one day at a time, taking the leaps of faith. Oh, I didn't do your subconscious position. Forgot that one. 9 of Cups on the bottom. That's what you're focused on in your subconscious, is getting those wishes, those dreams, those fulfillments, right? You got both the 9 and the 10 of Cups in your reading. Just don't let yourself fall into fear about that. Don't let yourself fall into fear about the fulfillment of those hopes and dreams. That's the thing. Going with the flow. Look at that. Yes. There is definitely growth here. We've got the earth energy there. Yeah, the element of wood. That's one of the 5 major elements in Chinese astrology. We've got the panda spirit on that card too, which I really love. There is auspicious energy around you. You are experiencing some vigorous growth. This is a good time to learn, to develop new ideas, new ways of doing things. Break away from old unhealthy habits and step out of the comfort zone. Your reward is ahead. So nice. And I like on the bottom here, we do have the earth. We had wood and earth, two of the major elements in the Chinese astrology cycle. Conflict with that. It reminds me of the Five of Wands. So this is just advising you this week, especially wait, relax, do nothing, neutralize disharmony, misunderstanding, or even confrontation. These situations will clear up soon. Just be patient, right? And to me, that's that Four of Swords that was coming through in the collective. It's a very interesting thing where you're going through massive growth and you're really breaking away from old habits and negative patterns. But it's also a time to really recognize what those negative patterns are. And don't stress out about them too much. Just observe them, because that energy will clear itself naturally. You know, that's quite a reading. Very good stuff. I feel like we're always learning. We're always learning more about ourselves and about how to manage those ups and downs, how to manage ourselves in the face of conflicts, difficult people, challenging circumstances. We're always learning how to do that better. And I definitely have had some stuff happen this week where I was really proud of myself, because it was like, I know I did the right thing. Like, I had to stand up to somebody this week. It was a little unexpected, but not entirely. But once I did, I was like, oh, I'm proud of myself, because I was like, I have grown. Like, I am growing. I am learning how to recognize when something's not right for me, and to listen to my intuition, and just walk away. You know, be okay with just walking away, and doing what's right for myself. Like, and you know, I haven't always done that. You know, it's like, you have your intuition, but you don't always listen to it. Isn't that funny how we do that? We're like, oh no, I know I feel this, I know it's right, but I'm just gonna jump in and do this dumb thing anyway. But I didn't do that this week, and so I was very proud of myself. So I think that, you know, I've really had that sense lately that it's like, yeah, we're really, it gets easier as you do it, because just like exercise, just like learning something, you know, we have muscle memory. Like if we learn to play the piano, ride a bike, or play baseball, whatever, we have the muscle memory, right? It's the same for our mind. It's the same for our heart. It's the same for that. Like we have that memory of when we do the right thing for ourselves, and then we feel good about it. So I think the more you do that, the stronger and easier it gets to do the right thing for yourself, and to really like notice when it's coming up. It's like, oh yeah, there's that thing that I'm supposed to do, which is listen to my gut, listen to your heart, listen to your intuition. Yeah. So great reading, Gwen. I don't know if there's anyone else that wanted to get in the list. Legal case in full motion. Yeah, that's what it is. That's that Nine of Wands right there, Gwen. That's what that is. Because yeah, when you're standing up and having courage to you know, deal with something head on like that, oh yeah. Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate that. But it's like, you know, whenever you get this feeling like somebody's trying to take advantage of you, or they're only looking after their own needs or their own desires, and they really aren't being genuine with you, like, you'll know it. You'll know it if you're listening, because you'll get that sick feeling in your gut, that funny feeling that just makes you want to run the other way. And it's like, we should listen to that. We should always listen to that. So yeah. So let's see. Do we have anybody else who wants a read tonight, guys? If not, we will wrap things up, and I'll see you soon. I will be working on June monthlies very soon. Trying to start posting those up this week. That's it. That's it, Gwen. You know, for me, it's like I like to be able to give people the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, you have to really acknowledge when your intuition is telling you to walk away or telling you otherwise. Yeah. I love this deck. I don't know where oh, here's the box that goes with this. This this is just such a beautiful deck. This Wisdom of the Tao, and there's a couple different ones. This is volume 1. I don't have volume 2 yet, but that's a really nice one as well, I'm sure. But I love this because it incorporates like the five, it has the five elements. Like tonight you got wood and earth. So it has wood, earth, fire, metal, and water. Those are the five elements that are used in Chinese astrology or medicine. And it also has the 12 astrological Chinese zodiac signs in it. It has a lot of the, you know, goddesses and guardians like Chang'e and Kuan Yin, things like that. And it's just such a beautiful deck. I really, really enjoy it. Like let's read a little bit more about the elements here that you pulled tonight. Let's see what those are. Yes, it's got all the different. Oh, the book even has the little. Oh, I love that. I didn't even know it had this in there. But it has all the Chinese animals in there with the dates and their specific dates. So like it shows you exactly when those lunar dates change over. We've talked about that before. Like if you're a Capricorn or Aquarius, like you really need to look at the actual year and the day specific because it changes over. It's a lunar cycle. This is cool. I didn't even know that was in the back. um yeah. So let's see. Let's read the wood and the earth card for you, Gwen. Inner wisdom. Let's see. Yeah, conflict. Yeah, the goat ear, which is akin to Cancer energy in the Western zodiac. So here was what your card was on the bottom, Gwen. Wu Huang, also known as Five Earths, represents conflict. It is the convergence of five forces. That's why isn't it funny? I didn't even know that about that it was a number 5 associated, but it reminded me of the Five of Wands, right? Because that's that conflict, that little tussle card. It's a convergence of five forces fighting each other for dominance of the middle ground. There are casualties and ill feelings with no resolution in sight. The first conflict pertains to decision making. There are different opinions behind each decision, creating distractions or illusions. It's important to walk away from this. Remain on a higher plane and stay in the center of the decision making. Rise above heated discussions and calmly assess the nature, purpose, and motive of each opinion. Don't let others influence you. If you seek guidance regarding career, business, or investment, it's important to slow down and contemplate what you're really asking. It's not the right time to make quick decisions. Some opportunities may look good on the surface, but the five forces will not guarantee smooth sailing. Various things around you may accidentally cover the truth and mislead you to an unfavorable conclusion. Try to unveil the truth and take command of all information before reassessing your situation. Your greatest enemy right now is impulsiveness. For example, if you are attempting to acquire property that others are also fighting for, it's wise to step back and reassess. The conflicts behind relationships are much more involved. It's not only you who is confused, but also everyone else involved, including friends and family who feel they have a stake in your relationship. Woo! This is a time for you to do nothing and wait for the storm to pass. You will know it when you have found peace again. If you encounter this card when asking about health, do not jump to any big conclusions. It's important to be patient and get information from more sources before you see the clear picture. If asking about family, understand the Chinese saying, every family has a sutra that they cannot recite in public. But encountering this card means you will experience more than basic family strife or dirty laundry that no one wants to air. There will be at least one character in your life who may act with intent to harm. It is time to ignore the negligible and walk away from a collision. At a time of Wu Huang, whatever you say in any discussion could be used against you. Again, ignore, do not participate, and rise above the pettiness of the situation. The same advice pertains to friendships, acquaintances, or any other relationships in daily existence. There are some conflicts you may not be aware of involving people behind the scenes, yet you have a nagging feeling that something is not right. Trust that the universal wisdom will resolve these conflicts. It's not your time to win over any favors or people. Let the difficult times pass with patience, love, and integrity, and you will come to natural conclusions. This card is fundamentally different from the change of direction or transformation card. Nothing irreparable has happened yet. The fate of this matter is in your hands, and you have complete control. This card tells you to walk away and relax. Do nothing at this time. Remove yourself from anger and remain detached, both emotionally and physically. That's a nice way to like tell you to just chill out. Like, that's a great energy. It feels really good. Let's see what the wood card says. Because we got that one too. Here it is. The growth card. So this was also in Gwen's reading. She had these two at the end. So this card indicates progress, which benefits you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. This one's a lot nicer. This one's much more peaceful. The refreshed energy of the wood element arrives with the passing of winter and signifies fast growth. Encountering this card is a sign of good fortune. In Feng Shui, wood represents spring. It's associated with the direction east, both geographically and metaphorically. Geographically, pay attention to what is east of you. Metaphorically, it is a new period of your life cycle. Make good use of the new energy to accomplish what you must, because the opportunities can pass quickly. People with ample wood energy often initialize new ventures. They're full of imagination, ambition, intuition, creativity, and flexibility. They are active and goal-driven. When faced with multiple goals in life, it's important to focus and concentrate on the most important goal first. You must identify your priorities. This card may foretell of oncoming competitions, both with others and yourself. It can involve schoolwork, professional studies, certification, or exams. Do not rush forward blindly. Remain flexible. Use the resources available and try to achieve what you must without pressure. Growth is natural, not forced. I think I just heard an owl hoot. Too much wood in an environment can promote a sense of being overwhelmed, creating tension, confusion, or inflexibility. So yeah, green color represents wood, so it might be a good week to use green in your environment, or get outside in nature where you can be around a lot of green. Wouldn't be a bad idea. All right, my darlings, well, it looks like everyone's taken off tonight, just about on us. Oh yeah, this is such a beautiful deck. I really enjoy it. I love like just pulling a card a day from this one. I've been doing that a little bit with this one on and off, and it's really, really, really nice. I like it. So anyway, guys, have a great night. Thanks for coming on and hanging out for a little while. And hopefully I'll be here again soon. You're welcome, hon. All right, babes. I will be talking to you all at a later date, hopefully sometime this week, but I'll be working on getting our June forecast done for each of the zodiac signs. So have a good night, y'all. Take care. Get a lot of rest and relaxation with this Pisces moon tonight. Oh my goodness. And I'll see you soon. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye for now.